guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to go through some of the plants that I'm currently propagating right now. So whether I'm growing it from literally a wet stick, aka no leaves, no roots, or I'm just like chopping a piece of my plant so there are some leaves and I'm just waiting for it to root and grow out new leaves. I don't have a whole bunch, but I do have like a variety of different propagations that I have here that are either in soil, moss, water, whatever the case may be. I just want to show you guys. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's just jump right into today's video. Okay, so first off, I guess I'll show you the plant that's in the thumbnail, obviously. So it's my Philodendron pink princess that I'm currently propagating in some water. So I showed this on my Instagram maybe a few weeks ago, so it's been in water for a bit and it's starting to root, so I'm really happy. So I just took some cuttings from my big old pink princess, and these were one of the really nice leaves that I wanted to share with friends or sell them. So this one is my beautiful half moon pink princess. So there's 3 leaves on this cutting, and as you can see, the roots are starting to grow out of the nodes. So still very, very small, but I mean, they're happening, so it's doing something. And I like to kind of keep an eye on the roots, so that's why I like to grow it in water for the pink princess, because I don't want it to rot at all. So that way you can really see and just keep an eye on it. This one is a lot smaller, so this one also has like a little bit of root coming out where the aerial roots were, and also a very beautiful leaf. This one has like some pink parts. Also very nice, not as vibrant as the other pink. So this one has a little bit less pink, a little bit more like cream. I kind of like the both of them. So hopefully these root really nicely and continue to grow for me. So I'm currently propagating those. That's probably my most interesting propagation, to be honest, but I do have quite a few other ones that I want to show you guys. I have this one that's currently in soil. So this is in a very chunky aroid mix, and it's actually my Philodendron GIGAS. So as you can see, it's grown this tiny little baby leaf from this stump. So I chopped off the top because that's where all the other leaves were growing, and this was just kind of starting to look really leggy, which was why I decided to just chop it up. And now I have a whole separate plant that is still a little baby, but the leaf is still so soft. I can't wait for this to grow a nice big leaf so that I can trade it with somebody or sell it, like I said. So most of my propagations I don't generally keep unless I really want to make a nice bushy plant, but like something like a gigas, if I'm just growing it up a pole, I don't really need 2 separate plants growing up the pole, if that makes sense. That's why I'm probably going to get rid of this gigas once it grows a little bit bigger, but obviously it has a really extensive root system already. It just needs a little bit of time to develop the growth point and then grow out new leaves, right? This one is also in soil and it's honestly really ugly, but this is my variegated African violet. So it has 3 leaves right here that are, you know, a little bit crispy, so the edges are brown and like really dry. But as you can see, like down in the bottom there, it actually decided to start growing some tiny little baby leaves. So once the babies kind of grow really big, then I will probably detach it from the mother leaf because, you know, it's really ugly. It's a lot bigger than the rest of the plant, and I just want a nice little tiny plant so that I can share it with my mom because she really likes African violets and hers are not doing too hot. So I want to give her one of my variegated ones. I just took literally leaves from my big African violet and I stuck it directly into soil, and that's how I usually propagate African violets. Very simple, very easy. It does take some time, but I'm really happy with it, so that one's doing pretty good. Next up, I don't know if I would call this a propagation, but it's honestly just a failed leca experiment, and it was my Hoya CALLISTOPHYLLA. So this is the plant right now. It was honestly rootless for like 4 months or something like that, and now I've decided to switch it over to moss, and it's, you know, rooted because I can't really like pull it out of the medium anymore, so I know it's rooted in there. I don't know how rooted, but I know there are roots, and I'll probably wait a little bit longer before I transition it into leca in case it rots again. I got it last summer. It was doing really great, and stupid old me decided to switch it over to leca and just literally killed it. So I'm currently propagating it right now, if that's really the term, but I wanted to show you guys that it's not dead because I haven't showed you guys my CALLISTOPHYLLA in a while. The next one, this is my little jar of it's actually a pot. It's a little plant pot, but it has no drainage hole. So I have a bunch of water in here, and I just have a variety of cuttings in here. So mostly they are CEBU blue. So I have a few of these in here. So these are just like one leaf cutting. I stick the node and submerge it into water. So I have a few CEBU blue in here. I have some MICANS. Ooh, the MICANS have actually started to root. So this one is a MICANS that I got from a friend. Not doing too great, so but at least it's rooted, as you can see right here. It started to root. Maybe it's just like my grow lights are a little bit too strong. I should probably move it out of the grow lights. I also have a SYNGONIUM ALBO in here. This one's also rooted as well, and it's growing a new leaf. So this is the new leaf that's coming out. As you can see, it's pretty variegated, so I'm really happy. There's this really long root right here that is a water root, and hopefully I can just stick it into some leca soon and, you know, just make my plant a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm just a little lazy to like repot my plant right now. That's why it's still in this jar of water. But yeah, some CEBU blue, some MICANS, and ALBO in here. This is my container full of moss and MONSTERA PERU. So I have like a few leaves growing in here. So wet stick propagations. So these are rooted really well in here, and they've decided to grow some new leaves, and they are honestly looking pretty good. 3 full leaves right now that are unfurled, and I see some more on the way. I think it's getting a little bit crowded in this little container, so I'll probably have to repot this into an actual plant pot. Either I'm gonna keep it in moss or I'm gonna transfer it to leca. I haven't really decided yet, but this one is pretty much at the end stages of propagation and could essentially be like an actual plant now. It's time to repot that one. This one is a miscellaneous box, so a bunch of random things. Little dead root there, but I have some philodendron MICANS probably in this corner here. I think these are MICANS. This one is a SYNGONIUM ALBO wet stick that I had that clearly looks a little reverted, so I don't know if that's really gonna come to be anything. This little leaf here might be a CEBU blue. This one. What do you guys think? Does that look like a juvenile CEBU blue pothos? Not sure. Just a bunch of like random propagations in here that I think I just threw some sticks in here and hoped for the best, and some grew and some didn't. I usually just keep this open like that because now that the MICANS is getting really big, it like hits the top of the lid, so I can't fully close it anymore, so it's kind of just open. These ones I usually for the most part keep them closed, and I will spray it every now and then with some water. So this one is actually housing my Hoya Bella reverse variegata and some variegated string of hearts. So this is quite the container. I really enjoy this propagation because I'm probably gonna replant those variegated string of hearts back into my pot so that I can have a fuller pot and more growth points, and it will just grow faster. The Hoya Bella reverse variegated is quite difficult to root, honestly, and it took quite some time. Maybe half of them have died off, so those rotted really easily. So I wouldn't recommend, you know, propagating your own Hoya Bella reverse variegated. It's very hard to root, and I'm really happy that these have finally rooted, and I'll probably trade these off because I don't think I'm gonna stick them back into my plant. As you can see, like this one's rooted, but the root is so tiny. Like I don't know if you could even see that, but there's a little tiny root at the end of that. The other one is also rooted, so I just try to be really careful with these so that I don't kill it and I don't break it. I see like new growth coming out of my string of hearts, so I think they're ready. I can stick them directly into my soil soon. So yeah, more plant chores to do. This one is pretty much done. Last but not least, I have here some more CEBU blue, some SYNGONIUM ALBO sticks, and my Hoya MANIPURENSIS. So this is the container of my propagations. My MANIPURENSIS essentially rotted in leca, so that's why I stuck it in here. Some of the leaves are kind of like yellow and they were dying, so I didn't really have like really good success with propagating my SYNGONIUM ALBO, so that's why I just have like a bunch of sticks. So this is one of the sticks for my SYNGONIUM ALBO. I can see that there's like variegation. I'm sure it's gonna, you know, form some sort of beautiful leaf in the future, but for now it's literally leafless and rootless. I have so many things propagating in these little takeout containers, and yeah, that pretty much concludes all the propagations that I'm doing right now. I have quite a few of really little itty bitty plants. I'm not propagating a whole lot in terms of big plants or like Hoya cuttings. So yeah, these are all the ones that I have in my collection right now that are currently trying to grow and develop roots or develop leaves or develop growth points, whatever the case may be. They are trying their best. Please wish me luck so that these don't die. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what type of plants you guys are propagating right now. I would love to know because I literally just showed you all of mine. I don't have a whole lot, but I mean, also at the same time, there's quite a few. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.